bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. It spins away, and he'll be out of bounds across the 25. McCarthy going to put it up right away. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now the former Volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Bears' 45-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
As a linebacker, you're trying to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 37. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action. Now McCarthy. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talking about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's McCarthy. A short throw to Musgrave. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and
3rd down, Sampson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dylan Sampson, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Bears. Well, there you go. They gave up the score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Complete. Jefferson to target. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Felton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Vikings first down.
McCarthy going to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. You look at this Bears defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
You have to like the way that they played in the first month. They have to be very proud being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. Tyrell Dodson there on the tackle. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Luke Musgrave, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings move it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking to throw is Williams. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Take it at the 37. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. McCarthy off the play fake. A short throw to Musgrave. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Throwing is McCarthy. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Looking to throw McCarthy. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
To the air with McCarthy. To the left side, there's the tight end Musgrave. Now a 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 17.
Up the middle they go. Sampson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dylan Sampson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try to find a way to win.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And the Bears, first down. 1st and 10 at the 45.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. A tackle made by J.T. Woods.
A gain of a yard.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 9. To the air, Williams. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
To throw, it's Williams. Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well. And he's been right.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
He'll swing this out to Sampson. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And the Vikings first down.
Now McCarthy. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And some room to work. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the Vikings first down. A gain of 15. First down, Minnesota.
Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw again. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw again. That is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dylan Sampson, halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Now the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Sheds off the tackle. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 21-yard line.
To throw, Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, McCarthy. Going from right side here, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
19 Tiger.
2nd and 2. Caught here, right side, no. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Noel, 33 yards. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Throwing is Williams. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. The final shot before break. Williams trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.